Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
See, this is why I don't like red lipstick. This is why I don't like on me. Like, I think it looks great on other people. I think it looks so awful. I just think I look corny. You know what I mean? Like, I tried on a red lip gloss today and it is gone. Like, it's not really on my mouth anymore, but it left a stain. And I don't even like the stain. I think the stain looks awful too. And the thing is, like, I think that red lipstick is a universally, like, flattering thing if you can find the right shade for your skin tone. But I hate it on me because I wore it so much in high school that, like, now it drives me fucking nuts. Oh my God, it's 6:30 p.m. and I just took a drink of my energy drink and I have to be up really early in the morning to take Dee to a doctor's appointment. And I'm like, hopefully I can fucking fall asleep. Guys, my caffeine tolerance is going down because I haven't been drinking as much caffeine. I used to, what the fuck did my voice just, caffeine. I haven't been drinking as much as I used to. I used to drink like 300 milligram caffeinated drinks a day, like these bitches, and now I'm down to like drinking maybe like half of one to one a day. And when I drink a full one, I kind of get hyper. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice as like somebody with a lifelong caffeine addiction. It's kind of nice. Anyways, it's 6:30 at night and I want to sit down and do my nails and just talk. And I just want to do it because this is something that I haven't done in a while. I haven't sat down and like did anything and just talked while I did it. And it's just because I've got like some stuff that I've been thinking about a lot, especially since I went to my nephew's birthday party on Sunday. So like almost a week ago. I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and buff my nails while I'm talking. So, for those of you that don't know, I have raging ADHD. This is something that people ask me about a lot in my comments. This is something that people are like, do you have a diagnosis or are you aware that I think you have ADHD? Or they'll say, like, I watch you and it makes me realize that maybe I have ADHD too, because I see a lot of myself in you, and not in like an insulting way and in oh thank God I'm not alone in that behavior type of way thing. And then yeah, it never offends me. Like anytime that I bring this up, I usually have somebody that's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It never offends me for somebody to bring this up. I also have people ask me a lot if I have autism. I don't know if I do. I don't think that I do. I live in a house with autistic people. Like my husband is autistic. Both my kids are autistic. I also have to realize that autism presents itself differently in girls and women, so it can be a little harder to detect. But also I was talking to my therapist about it one time, and a lot of the symptoms that I have could just be because of my ADHD, and they can also just be because of trauma. And it could take me, like if I decided to get like evaluated for it, it could take a really long time because they would have to break down the multiple levels of it because of how like mixed up my brain is. You know, I have BPD, I have bipolar disorder, I have schizoaffective disorder, panic disorder, things like that. And they would have to, you know, sort through those things and decide, okay, so this is because of this and this is because of this. And that could take a really long time. That could take a really long time. And I have to say, I think diagnosis is important for anyone to be like validated in something that they suspect about themselves. Like if you suspect that you have something and you go and you get evaluated and you see a professional for whatever, and they're like, yes, you have that. I think that can be very, very validating. But for me, because I feel like if I do have autism, it's not like, you know, running through my life like a bull in a china shop. It's not that important for me to have a diagnosis for it. I feel like I just rolled my eyes. I didn't mean to, but yeah, so it's not that important to me. But I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. But the reason that I've been thinking about this a lot lately is because I have had several people that were adults when I was a child. You know, they were my age. They were 35, maybe in their 40s. Come forward to me over the last, you know, like year and apologize to me for a lot of the things that they said and did to me when I was a child that was a result of them being frustrated with me because of me being neurodivergent. I've talked about this before, but a little piece of my lore is that I did fail kindergarten. I failed kindergarten. I got held back in kindergarten because I couldn't talk very well. I was very socially awkward. I struggled to, you know, sit still, follow instructions, things of that nature. Sorry, he just called me and it kind of like made me lose my train of thought for a second there. But I got one on. It's got a giant bubble underneath of it. Ugh. That means whenever my nail bed starts like releasing like body heat, I'm going to be able to see all the moisture that's trapped under there. Ugh. Okay, anyways, that was 1994. When I went to kindergarten was 30 years ago in 1994. And things like autism and ADHD, they were a thing. But I feel like in the time that I was in school, I had only encountered maybe 4 kids that actually were diagnosed. And they were all kids that had like major behavioral issues. And I feel like that was what it took back then to get a diagnosis. But I honestly have to say, like, that is what I associated ADHD with, was like kids that had kids that were always in ISS, kids that were always getting into fights, things like that. But the thing is, like, the second that I hit puberty, that was me. I went from being like socially awkward and quiet and like barely speaking and like having a hard time like making friends and like communicating my feelings and things like that, to just being like absolutely wild, to just being just like an awful kid. I truly feel like had I been in school in like this day and age, or even like 20 years after that, how long was that? 1990. Oh, that's no. That would have been 2014. Yeah, when I was 25. I was like, that is now. No, bitch. No, bitch. That was 30 years ago. 1994 was 30 years ago. Anyways, I truly feel like had I been in school, like even 20 years later, 15 years later, someone would have pulled my parents to the side and been like, something's going on. Something is going on with your daughter and she needs help. Like, she needs help. But because of the times, it just wasn't a thing. And altogether, women, girls, you know, people born with a uterus it's harder to detect. It's harder to detect, especially like with masking and everything like that. That is something that my therapist and I have talked about. He's like, well, you probably got pushed under the rug because, you know, as you got older, you were able to handle things a lot better than, say, somebody else who also has ADHD, because girls are kind of forced to grow up a lot faster than boys. And I don't know. I've had, in the last probably 6 months, 3 people come to me and say, I'm sorry for the way that I treated you when you were a kid. I'm sorry that I said things about, you know, you not finding your words. I'm sorry I said things about you having trouble, you know, making friends. I'm sorry that I treated you badly or differently for being different. And I truly think it's because, you know, now they're older, their kids are having kids, and they've got grandkids that have ADHD or autism, or possibly both. Because a lot of times they coexist together. Did I accidentally put... No? I must just have doubles of this nail. Anyways, a lot of people don't develop empathy for groups of people until it like personally affects them. You know what I mean? Like, I imagine that now that they've got grandkids and that they love so very, very much, they kind of look at their past actions, and maybe they see, you know, a lot of children that they got frustrated with. They see them and their grandkids, and it makes them feel bad. And I had somebody say to me the other day, an adult in my life say to me the other day, I'm sorry that I didn't know, and I did the best that I could. Guys, I appreciate the apology and everything like that, but I also hate the whatever of like, I did the best that I could. Well, let's all acknowledge that sometimes the best that we could is not good enough. When the best that you could is like life ruining for somebody, it's okay to say, well, my best wasn't good enough. It's okay to say, well, my best, maybe it wasn't good enough. Like, I accept the apology. Well, that's a lie. I don't accept the apology, but I also am like massively healing from a lot of things in my life that I never thought that I would, and I genuinely believe it is the result of a good therapist and a happy, stable home life, and, you know, things of that nature. I haven't binged. I don't know if I told you guys this. On August 3rd, it will be exactly a month since I have binged, and I have lost 13 pounds because of it. So there's that as well. But anyways, I'm going to finish my nails up really quick, and then I'll show you guys. And then E just called me and asked me if I would go outside and sit with them at the pool. And yeah, I'm going to go do that. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that.
Come here. Come here. Come here, Woody. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Meow. 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 Reedy. Reedy. Hi, baby. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna bitch too much about it because I could literally just keep going. But I got love struck for my birthday, and I'm just not impressed. I'm actually super disappointed. Everyone was just going on and on about the build and buy and the cast, and I am just sincerely unimpressed by it. And not only that, I'm afraid to leave my house now because I think that I'm gonna run into someone. Like, everywhere that I have her go, she runs into like multiple people at the same time. Oh, I got the axolotl. It was supposed, no, I don't think this one was supposed to be the early sign up thing. Something was a pre-order thing and I still got it. I think it might have been this double breakup bed thing. Anyways, everywhere that she goes, she runs into just like everyone at the same time, and it's just like causing so much stress. Like, I had her go to a place that was a singles hangout, and like so many people there not single, and she hasn't established a relationship with any of these people, and yet they're all getting pissed off at her, and it's like she hasn't established a relationship with anyone. And I'm also like pissed off that I know who Wolfgang is. I don't know who any of these, I know who she is. She owns the thrift store. I don't know who any of the people are in the dating app. I find that to be annoying as well. I was hoping to see, like, you know, Izzy Fabulous, Johnny Zest, people in the game that I know, like townies in the game that I know are single. Now, guys, do you want to hear something deeply upsetting? So, this is my save file with my goth in it, who is married to Caleb, who is one of my favorite townies. He's the vampire. He like showed up the day that she moved in and immediately proposed to her, right? So they're married, I thought, happily. So my little hoe bag witch is out at the bar at a nightclub in in the new world. I get a pop-up notification saying, I'm wealthy, very wealthy. Meet me at this hotel. And something about they'll give me shit. So I'm like, sure, I'll do it. By the way, it was Caleb. I knew it was Caleb, but I didn't know what was going to happen. Basically, she just met Caleb in a rabbit hole hotel and woohooed with him, I'm going to guess, because their romance went up. And what did he give her for that? 5 axolotls, a bunch of crystal, and a figurine. But worst of all, he cheated on Bitsy. And Hooker, that's not your money. That's Bitsy's money that I fucking cheated for. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. You know what, though? He's kind of a known cheater in the game. I just put 3 of the axolotls down here. I'm going to figure out where to put the other 2 because you can't do anything with them. You can't sell them. You can't do anything with them. You have to keep them. Guys, I have so much caffeine coursing through my body right now. I can basically see sound. I'm obsessed with the fact that this eyebrow is basically like disappearing. It's just like up and out. But listen, I woke up this morning. I hate being in my mid-30s. Every morning, I just shovel in a handful of chewable Pepto-Bismol, like 3 Excedrin, maybe 2. Chug caffeine and get on with my life, right? I have so much caffeine coursing through my body, I literally can see sound right now. I oftentimes forget that Excedrin has caffeine in it. I quite literally have a caffeine buzz. Listen, we were sitting in the drive-thru because I took D to get food after his doctor's appointment. We were sitting in the drive-thru and he was holding my wallet and he was looking at it and he was like, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's such a good movie. And I was like, that was Mommy's favorite movie when she was little. My dad used to have to rebuy the VHS tape all the time. And also, so was Addams Family. Weirdly, you could buy Addams Family at McDonald's. I always remember our Addams Family VHS tape having a McDonald's symbol on it. And you know what he says to me? That explains a lot. I mean, you're not wrong. I think the reason that I have a caffeine buzz today is because I got an iced coffee. I had my alarm set for 7:30 because his appointment was at 9. Could not bring myself to get up and like put on makeup or anything before his appointment. Epps and I both were having like very hard time falling asleep last night because of how fucking hot our room has been. But today it's like cool and gray and rainy, so it's not that bad in here. But last night, like, we literally had to open our bedroom door and just like put a chair in front of it so the dogs couldn't come in, like our big dogs couldn't come in here, and just like let the room fucking like decompress because it was so fucking hot in here. The air was like literally thick and neither of us could fall asleep. I had a very, very, very hard time getting out of bed. I basically sat up, shoveled in my Pepto-Bismol, like chugged half of an energy drink, like a fucking drunk person, a hungover person trying to drink a Gatorade while still laying down. And basically felt like I just had to like suck it the fuck up because I knew once I got moving, I would be fine. And also like, was not an appointment for me. It was an appointment for D. So like canceling, rescheduling, whatever, not gonna fucking happen. So yeah, and then I sat in the waiting room because it was therapy and I don't go back when he's in therapy. I want him to be able to be open with his therapist, right? I sat in the waiting room and I had headphones in. And I put my Excedrin, I took 2 Excedrin in my mouth and I go to take it and it like wouldn't go down. So I'm sitting there like very awkwardly in the waiting room, like messing, like trying to like get the pills. I'm like, chugging my drink, trying to get it to go down. After 3 times of trying to swallow, I'm thinking to myself, if these bitches don't go down, I will hold them in my mouth to avoid the embarrassment. And you know how it is. when pills start dissolving in your mouth that aren't supposed to. But I finally got them to go down. And then for some reason thought it would be a good idea to get an iced coffee just because I stopped and got D and E some lunch. And now I'm fucking wound for sound. Also, I'm pissed because our Echo show showed the boys everything that E is getting for his birthday, and it's supposed to arrive tomorrow. It just showed them. They're like, oh, your packages are arriving soon. Here's everything that you're getting. So I have to figure out how to turn that off before Christmas. I have to figure out how to turn that off before Christmas. I also can't stop thinking about the fact that I basically prostituted out my sim for 5 axolotls, some crystals, and the equivalent of a Funko Pop. Can't stop thinking about it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog because it's getting a little too long. And I can't stand to look at myself right now. I can't with my eyebrows, guys. I'm obsessed with the fact that she said, I'm done. Can't do it no more. We're good. I'm getting all this new hair around like my hairline. I think maybe it's just moving from here to there. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and end my vlog though, because I need to get up and move and it's getting too long and I don't know what I'm going to do today. Dee's grandma called and asked if she could take him, camping this weekend, so we're getting ready to get him ready to do that, and then I'm not sure what E and I are going to get into while Epps at the gym. I might play with makeup or something, I don't know, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I forgot to show you my nails. Here's my nails. Don't look too close, there's lots of bubbles.